you.
I have yours.
Yes. What have you got against the forum? Well,
We don't know what questions you're asking, but we're just gonna.
well,
We don't know what questions you're asking, but we're just gonna.
oh, well,
We don't know what questions you're
let me
asking,
just
but we're just gonna.
check. Wait, this one? No. Oh, well,
We don't know what questions you're
let me
asking,
just.
but we're
What are you trying to find?
I don't know what I'm doing.
No, there we go.
Yes, there
Yeah,
we
yeah.
go. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, I don't
Good to
know.
go. So first of all, can you pop the chat? Well,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can leave the chat. Yeah, can you? But I need to see the moderator chat as well. There we go. So first of all, can you pop
So
the
good,
chat?
we've got
Can you guys hear us? Is everything good? Did you turn off the music, Declan?
Yes, but I had the stream audio on, so there'll be a little bit of an echo for like 5 seconds.
Okay, so we should be good to go now. Everything was up. Sorry, we yeah, I'll take the blame on that one, man. Something was wrong with the settings. Who knows? You know, but I fixed it. So in the end, that's the important part. Again, I'd like to apologize for last week. I was out sick. Nothing you can do about that. You know, it even happens to the Monty Baracus. Sometimes I get a little stomach air, and yeah, man, that sucks. But yeah, so welcome to our latest stream. This is going to be a really good one. As you see, your favorite guy is back.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, so Phil's back in the house. That's amazing. We're so happy to have him back on the stream. And of course, you guys know this guy over here.
Hello.
Hello. And so, today the biggest subject, of course, as you guys know, is going to be the emerging light. What is the emerging light? This is our first rebalancing patch that we have done in a very long time.
I'm gonna go ahead and say ever.
He's gonna go ahead and say ever. He's been playing for multiple years, so you know he might be true because I don't know that we've ever done one this big. Definitely.
No.
No, I'd agree with his ever.
Yeah.
So we get to claim the first ever balance patch.
First ever, and you know who was in charge of the project? Yeah, it was this dude.
So everything that goes right is me. Everything that goes wrong, I'll
Is
figure
you
someone
as
else.
well.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, first we'll start off with a couple of other little things that I want to talk about. I know that this balancing patch is going to be the big subject here. Where's my shorts? Bruh, it's cold here. I ain't wearing shorts. Next time I might be able to bring some in because we are inside, but I don't know if you can see behind me the windows. It's, well, actually it looks good on the picture there, but it's freaking gray and cold here, man. Fall, almost winter is here in Hamburg. Boo. But I do have on some trendy ass socks though. I went ahead and threw these on for you guys. I don't know if you can see them. They cool. Anyway, so let me go over a couple of things really quick before we get started with the emerging light. First of all, the auction problems, I've just been told the auction problems that a lot of you had over the weekend, solved. So everybody automatically got their stuff. If you bid on anything over the weekend, didn't receive your item, it should be in your account now. You should be able to see it in the log as well. So you'll be good to go. Yeah, that's good news. Took care of that one. So that's one thing down. Next, what else did I have to say? Okay, server merge. I know you guys are going to ask about it. Unfortunately, I can't give you any more information right now. It still remains the same. We're still working on it. The progress bar is going, man. We're almost at the point where the script is ready. Once the script is ready and we run our first couple of test runs on smaller servers, we'll then have a much better idea, or we'll know how long it's going to take to roll that out. I know you guys really want to know. I want to tell you, but the truth is I just don't know.
He doesn't know.
Phil doesn't know either, you know? None of us knows.
I do, but I'm not
Yeah.
saying.
Even the people that are working on it don't know how long it's going to be, but we're really close. I can tell you that. We're really, really close. So that's good news. So somebody missed Phil. Yeah, we missed him too. He is around here a lot, but he doesn't really sit with us anymore. He's sitting in an office now, so we don't see him as much. And Phil's just one of those people, man. When he's not there, you miss him.
Yep.
What can we say? Yeah, so 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 what can let's. I guess we can go ahead and get on to the main subject of today because there's not a whole lot much else to talk about. Like like I said, server merge. I can't really discuss much right now. Any other big things on the horizon that you? Pirate Hunt, Pirate Raid. God, I lose track of these names too. Pirate Raid kicked off. It's going on right now. You guys are rocking it. You're killing loads and loads and loads of pirates. Like those things are going down like crazy. At the end, we're actually gonna do something that we haven't been doing a lot in the past, or I don't know if we've done that much of, but we'll be giving you guys all statistics from the event, which I think is really cool. Of course, OP thinks it's cool. Just so you guys can see what kind of damage you've done. I think that's really cool, and we're gonna start doing that more in the future. So that being said, let's go ahead and go into the emerging light. This amazing, first of its kind rebalancing of the ships and drone formations.
Yep, so I'm going to start by reading all of this, so get ready for but basically the aim of this is to shake up PvP a little bit. It's very stale at the moment. There's almost all fights end up following the same pattern: Ring, Moth, Solace, Spectrum, Tartarus if you don't want to fight and you just want to run away. It's very boring, to be honest, after a year plus of the same thing. So yeah, this is mainly to shake it up, and it's going to be a long process. There's going to be 3 main stages of testing. The small group is currently formed. It will get a little bit bigger, but 10 people maximum. I'll reach out to you if you join in, but it's pretty much sorted. The large group, first to fight, they've already done testing for Pirate Hunt, and they will be doing Domainer soon.
Domainer next week.
Yeah, Domainer. So that should be good. And then of course the open beta test where you all pile in and for some reason do Galaxy Gates instead of testing anything. But who's the judge? If you guys
the hammer's coming down next I've been nice. I've been nice up to this point. You guys know me. I'm super chill, but
Declan, he's a force of nature here.
I mean, why would you do Galaxy Gates? But never mind. Never mind. So we won't read through all of them. Hopefully you guys have had a little peek. It's on the English forum if you haven't already. But the main pain points that I've seen people raise is the Cyborg getting a little nerf. The thing is with the Cyborg is how many times do you actually reach the end of the ability, the full 30 seconds. It's fairly rare. So it's not really as big a dramatic change as I've seen some people say. It is still the best DPS ship by far. Still the best one for PvE. That's the other thing actually. These changes are purely aimed at PvP. Things that are good at PvE have been left alone. So drill has been left alone. The damage of Moth has been left alone, which people are a little bit upset about, but it's for the best, I assure you.
I think it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
And I think generally in the PvE, that's something that we're looking at in a completely different refactoring. So the work that Declan's done on this on the emerging light is really essential for that PvP experience. And for the PvE experience, things are definitely being discussed because there have been events which have been more popular and gates which have been more popular and challenges that have been developed which have been more popular, and so we want to make sure that there's more of that in PvE, but it takes time to do. As Declan said, this is a 3-stage rollout for the emerging light, with each stage being checked in full to make sure that we don't just go and swing the swing in a different direction and everybody else is complaining for a different reason. And for the PvE stuff, it's just something that we just need to look at.
Yeah, especially since at high end PvE it's fairly safe, as in you can, unless you're on one of the biggest servers, you can go and get a cube at almost any time of the day and just sit there AFK farming. At the smaller end when you start the game, it's not the case, but that is another thing we are working on quite a bit to make sure that the whole PvE process is much smoother. Instead of sitting here and talking through all the changes, it's probably better if we just take some questions.
I thought you were just going to read them all, man.
I thought that as well.
It would have been an awesome stream.
And me and Phil were just going to talk here,
put on some sunglasses and go to sleep.
Switch off the microphone.
Yeah, we're just going to chill, have a drink. Let me go ahead and throw this disclaimer out there just to make sure everybody understands and knows this. The stuff that OP placed on the forum there, these changes aren't final. These are his ideas. These are what he thinks. Pretty much, I mean, I can tell you that most of it's probably going to go through because this guy knows what he's talking about. You know it, I know it. But in the end, we're going to be doing testing, as he said, starting with a really small group. Then it's going to move to the first to fight group, my homies, and then we're going to go to open beta for everybody to see how it is, make adjustments as we go along. So I just want to throw a disclaimer out there because you know, I don't want you to think that we're just telling you this is how we're going to rebalance. And just live with it. You know, the days of you know, us telling you just to live with it, that's other teams in the past, that's other things, that's not us. As you guys see, we're doing things trying to get all of you involved, and you know, it's just a good thing. I see good things in the future. So that being said, for right now, guys, I know you have a lot of questions about other stuff. Let's try to keep the questions about the balancing stuff, and we have the expert here right now. If we have some time in the end, which I'm sure we will, we'll get into some of your other questions that I see rolling through here. Yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's grab the first question here. I got one from, I don't know who it's from, but, so will the Vengeance Lightning get any rebalance as well? Declan, it's a great ship, but it actually got lost behind almost all new emerging ships and ability designs.
Yeah, it's an awkward one because Tartarus completely took the position any Vengeance would even have a hope of having. So to make the Tartarus balanced, I'll just bring up the changes for that as well. You know, it's a bit sad really, but the Tartarus is just the better Vengeance at the moment. The same way the Cyborg is essentially Venom 2. It's sort of a direct upgrade. That's not to say in the future, once this goes through and we're confident with the process, I think we would like to go back and touch some of the old designs, because how many Goliath are there and how many are actually used? It's 20, I would have a guess, and maybe 2 are used. It's, you know, there's a lot of room for other things, and we could look to adding actual new abilities on these ships instead of, you know, just raw stats, which I think could be quite interesting. But yeah, at the moment there's not really much room for the Vengeance to be changed in this patch, I'm afraid. What else?
Yeah, well, I just thought of something actually. There's nobody giving away anything right now. We can't have that. We need to have some giveaway codes going out, man. So I guess you have to do it, Declan.
I don't have any codes.
You know what? You want to hear something magic? If you open up the browser, Google Chrome, and you go into my email because it's all signed in there, very first message I sent to myself will be a big ass list of codes. Look at that, man. So codes, open that up and let's start giving out some of those codes, man. I can't have that. I can't have my people watching and not getting stuff. That's not it's not me. You guys know I got the Oprah in my heart. Yeah. Quick mention. Something I forgot to mention at the beginning. I know a lot of you have noticed. I've seen you writing about it, and super happy announcement. We have figured out a way to improve the website performance. It's working. Our main man, our main tech guy Tommy, he's been you know, busting his butt trying to figure this thing out. It's not going to be all the way, you know, up to, you know, super blazing speeds yet, but that's what we're going towards. But I know you've already seen the improvements, and I can just tell you that it's going to be a bit better. I want to thank there's some players out there, you guys know who you are, that helped me out as we were going through this. Big up to you guys. Thanks a lot for supporting us and for helping me out, doing some tests for me, speed tests and whatnot, but that's some very good noise, so yeah, super cool. Now let's I guess go back to some questions.
Yeah, there was one that was quite a good one I saw. Are you going to balance damage considering you nerf Ring? No, damage is going to remain the same. Ring is a very awkward situation because ironically Ring actually made shields less important. If you fight someone on Ring, the first thing that goes into your mind is I'm going to use Moth, which at that point you're almost ignoring shields entirely. You only care about HP. So the way you manage your shields in a Ring versus Ring fight is much less important than it is you know, before Ring was there. So damage is going to remain the same. I understand that some people are going to die quicker as a result, but the trade-off for more variety in PvP, I think, is well worth it.
Yeah, super cool. And you know, with all these balancing changes coming up, you know, we have this big balancing change coming up. And as you guys know, in case any of you guys don't know what Phil does over here for us at Big Point, Phil's the senior narrative designer, so he's the one that's, you know, writing like everything, pretty much. And that's why we always kind of look at him, because he's the one that knows what's going on in the future. He's the one that has it all up here, what's going on in the game. So, I mean, on the horizon, after all these balancing changes for PvP, we were mentioning PvE.
Yeah.
Do you have anything we can be looking forward to when it comes to that?
Well, with the server merge, we've had to like slow down on like producing new content. We've been using classical events, and some of them have worked really well, and some of them haven't worked so well. And we've like recognised that when Domainer comes back, it's going to be different, and that difference hopefully will be positive. But also through the like quests and everything that we've been like introducing, I've been pushing for all the quests to be renewed with each event, so the story is still maintaining, story's going forward, and notwithstanding other things, the Ministry, who've just appeared, are going to be a big player in the future of like this game, as are other organisations which are out there, new characters coming in, new quest givers, looking to push a lot of like diversity and like option like buttons throughout that type of stuff, so that like people get to see a lot of different characters from a lot of different places, and possibly alien races as well, as quest givers. And I'm not going to say any more about that, but there are plans, and they are in my head.
I guess something that I wanted to ask too, you know, like, you know, I guess I would know the answer to this, but I want to throw it out there anyway to Declan, our man over there, OP. So you're doing all this rebalancing of the player ships. What's up with rebalancing of NPCs, or are we going to be seeing new NPCs, or what's
Yeah,
what's going
that is on the table. It's not immediately. It's not as far forward as the ship rebalancing, but that's definitely on the table for sure.
There is definitely. I have definitely seen Arts playing about with a whole selection of new ships. What I could potentially call a fleet of like new ships, and they aren't for you.
They aren't for you. Well, I mean, yeah, that's great news, man. Like, you see, we got a lot of things going on. In no way are we trying to say that, you know, we're 100% back, but as you guys see, we're taking the necessary steps to get to where we all want to be here. This is just one step that's you know, along the way. Something that's been long overdue. But to be honest with you, I don't think there's a lot of people that could have done this rebalancing the way that OP has done it. That's just a fact. There's not a lot of people that know as much about the game as he does.
And to totally agree with that. And you know, people may say, oh, why do you do PvP first? Why not PvE? Blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of things, but we're doing a server merge, and the whole reason for the server merge is to bring more of you together so you can have more PvP type encounters. And therefore, why not like start adapting the PvP now so that it's better when these server merges like happen, and it's better going forward from there. And therefore, an event like Domination will be a much more interesting event, because it won't be hopefully owned by just like one clan on a server. We're hoping that it will actually be a challenge, and people will be in there fighting for their lives to like get something out of it. But also that gives me ideas for, as well as narrative design, I do a little bit of design as well, and Suman has agreed that once things are like sorted out, settled down, I'll be coming back to design an event for next year. So I did Plague Alerts this year, and I've got some interesting ideas for like bosses, for enemies, and for things that we can do in like PvE, which will really give you a challenge. the rewards should be worth it as well.
Yeah, so I saw a question pop up in there a couple times about balancing, but I'll take this one from Skeeth. Man, you be causing problems everywhere you go. I know you. I got my eye on you, man. But you saying like, why don't we just adopt Clash Royale system of balancing? Because we ain't Clash Royale, man. That's why. This is a whole totally different game. We ain't playing with no little like cards and stuff in our game, man. Yeah, granted, this should have been done a long time ago. But the fact of the matter is, like I said earlier, there wasn't a lot of people that could do it like OP just did it, man. Yeah. I'm hyping him up, man, but the thing is, he got the job done. He got this project, and he came up with this, and, he thought really hard about it, but I gotta be honest with you, it didn't take him very long. That just shows you, like, how much he knows about the game. He whipped this up, quite fast. And when you read through, you just see. He knows exactly what he's talking about. He's giving you reasoning. If you haven't checked out the forum post, go check it out. But yeah, why aren't we adopting Clash system? Yeah, because we ain't them. We're not trying to do what other people are doing. We're trying to do what we do. If you look at it, and if you think about it, if you really think about it, DarkOrbit is pretty much by itself in its space. Really, name one other game that does what we do. Name something that's just like that, I mean, I really can't think of anything, You have Eve, that's a totally different thing, The only thing that's the same about those two is you got spaceships, pretty much, We want to do our own thing. We want to have our way of doing things. We want to blaze a trail. We don't want to be following other people's paths. All props to Clash Royale and to Supercell. They're doing great things over there, but we ain't them. That's it.
We want to build our own universe, and we want to make that universe to be unique. I know that before I arrived, like, quests and plot weren't a heavy. We're moving more towards quests and plot. If you read them, you maybe not read them, but then slowly those things will start to bubble out and the stories will start to emerge, because they're emerging in like Sea Fight, which is one of the other products that I'm working on for Big Point. So there's a lot of stuff coming out, and there's a lot of stuff that we can do. Sea Fight and DarkOrbit were in completely different positions when I came here, and DarkOrbit needed to do this server merge, and Sea Fight had done it a number of years earlier. And so there's positives to like be had, and there's like things to like generate out of this. But yeah, DarkOrbit is ours, and we want DarkOrbit to stay ours and stay yours as well.
Yeah, that's what he meant by ours. Y'all are part of us. It's we. It's the. How do they say that? It's the royal you.
There's no I in team.
I'm going through here. And if you guys could, please keep the questions to the balancing. I'm going to go, I think there was one here in the forums that we could go, or they're even printed out. Wait a minute. Now I'm getting confused. I think there was one here in the forum. Is there one in there?
What about?
I think there was one. I saw one in here. I'm sorry. Now I'm going back. Did this print out of order? How does this even work?
I'm sure Suman shuffled them.
I think he did. I think he did. Our producer came in here earlier, was messing around with stuff, man. I think that was his way of messing with me. It could be. But I think there were some questions here. But yeah, keep the questions coming in the chat there, because we really want to talk about this balancing. We know you guys are interested. We saw it in Discord. Ooh, that's what I forgot too. Yeah. My big mouth got me into a little bit of trouble here, but I'm going to deliver like I always do. I made a promise on Discord for all of our Discord users that if we hit 50,000 members, that I would do something special for the community. We're now at 51,098 or 99, I believe. So I got to put my money where my mouth is, or Big Point's money where my mouth is. I guess I ain't paying for nothing, yo. I will be coming up with something. It's just so you know, it's tough coming up with something I can do for 50,000 people. But I'll do something. But this is the start of it. Thank you. I'm just saying thank you for joining our Discord community. It's growing every day, and if you're not on it yet, get on it. It's a lot of fun in there. We have some very interesting discussions in there, and yeah, you can meet people from all over the world, meet our whole DarkOrbit universe. But yeah, thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts for being part of this community. And that's not all I'm going to give you. I'm not that cheap, but expect an announcement on that coming real soon. Yes, and the producer who was just in here messing with my stuff, he's gonna hate me for that because now I have to do something for 50,000 people. Sorry, Suman. Peace. All right, so let's move on to another question now.
There's quite a few questions about the cooldown increase. It's more of an experiment, that one. I think it's important not to look at the 15 minutes cooldown and think, oh my god, I'm going to be fighting 15 minutes without an ability. I mean, how many fights do you get into every 15 minutes? It's, unless you're an absolute monster, it's probably 2 or 3. So it's really so that you have to pick a fight to use it, like, oh, I really need to use it this fight, so I'm going to hit it now, instead of using it simply because you're in a fight. And of course that led to the issue where Spectrums were doing like 2 abilities per fight. Pretty annoying. We got a lot of complaints about that for a long time. And yeah, I would say with the cooldowns, really wait until you're able to test it to fully understand the impact it actually has on a fight-to-fight basis.
Somebody just put in the chat, these designs now, I guess you mean these designs now are useless. Of course they are designs, man. We ain't trying to like make people, you know, that's a cool thing. You want to look good, you want to pay for skin, do it. But we're not going to be making your ship super powered just because of that. I think that's a good thing, man. Just saying. Yeah, so there was another question over here on the other side that somebody passed by regarding the balancing. Then can you delete them? No, yeah, we're just gonna delete all the designs. Everybody has to look exactly the same. I mean, it kind of would fit with the German game in a way, but
yeah, nah. Back to grey.
just kidding. Actually, I just realized that too. None of us are German.
No, you're the closest.
We work for this international company. How cool is that? Yeah, I think that's super cool. I get these little weird things, man, that pop in my head all this stuff, but I think that's a really cool thing. So, I mean, I'm not seeing very many more questions about the balancing here. Maybe the crew that was talking about the balancing so much isn't in here. That could be. So we can start taking other questions as well. I mean, I'm fine with that. We've already been on air now for over half an hour, just about half an hour because we were late, you know, because of me. But I'm also going to go and I'm going to check on Discord and see if any of the people in there are just watching and not in this chat and giving us some questions because sometimes Discord is where it's at, man. I'll tell you the truth. If this will work. But maybe Phil, maybe you could take a question or two in here and see what's going on. The people love you, man.
Declan, you wanna grab it?
I'm trying to find one that isn't just.
Answer the garbage questions too, man. It's fun.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, there's one saying, "Will you delete the game?" No, that was easy enough.
Yeah, you stop taking all my questions. Oh.
When will this new update come out? We have absolutely no idea. It's going to be in testing for a long time.
Upgrades to the LF4s to make them upgradable. Not anytime soon is the answer to that. We've analysed like the data on the LF4s. Declan, Ron, myself, all the designers have had quite long chats about the LF4s. And the period of time it takes to like get them, the new ones, and we really appreciate that. And we're looking at ways to resolve that, but not just take away the only thing, one of the things that you can like collect in the game. So it's a complex thing. Declan fired off some suggestions which might be implemented, but there's a whole review process going on with those. Once we get to a point where we feel that a large part of the community has access to the new LF4s, that's the time that we need to start looking about like upgrading them and whether there's like an upgrade potential there. Before that, it's really pointless because you're talking about small percentages of people, and I appreciate like people like to be the best of the best, but there's other ways you can be that by showing like your skill through like combat and PvP, by pushing to like the top of the leaderboards. And I think the leaderboards is another thing that is probably going to hit in with like the new server mergers and things like that. I don't know, Ron, you probably know a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal, and I think we're going to be able to meet that. For me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to merge the servers and not come up with not release our new leaderboard system then, because that's when everybody's going to have a chance, you know, to climb to the top of the hill all of a sudden. Yeah, so we don't have much news about what those are going to look like. We want that to be a big surprise, a big reveal. But I could say that definitely in the next, I'd say the next month or two, there's going to be a big ramp up of information flowing out regarding all of this, about leaderboards, about server merge, about what's going to happen after server merge, our events straight after that. Yeah, so there's going to be a whole lot of information coming as we're going towards, you know, our 11th birthday. 11th birthday for real. Yeah, we're all excited. We're gonna, you know, we want to get all this stuff done. So when we start, as we get to our 11th birthday and get into the new year, you guys are gonna be looking at a different game. You're gonna be looking at a game that this team, not just in this room, but on this whole floor, you can't see all those guys, but this team has been working on. You're now starting to see. You're really starting to see now the work that we have put in.
And to add something, you know, this team's really, really dedicated to the product. It's just like there's people who've sat here until like 10, 11 at night to get things resolved and to like sort things out. I've been here at like 8 or 9, like sort of like resolving like things and like problems to try and make sure things have been cleared. But that isn't just us; it's all the team are really, really dedicated to like doing this. They've got a real love for the product, and they really, really want to like help. And if any team that goes through transition, we've done that. We're now like sort of like back together and moving forward, and we're moving forward hard and fast, I'd say. So.
Yeah, buddy. I wanted to ask you something, LP, because it's something that we've been talking about lately, and something that I know a lot of people have on their minds. And when you're dealing with all this stuff, coming from a player's point of view, a long-term player, what do you think about multi-company clans?
Oh man.
You
know how when I get asked about bots, and everyone looks at me saying, I was in a multi-company clan for a good 2 years, and it was my clan.
Get out of here.
And I actively encouraged people from other companies to join, but it was a bad thing. Like, ideally, they wouldn't exist. I mean, but then, of course, they stem from the servers being small, so server merge coming in is a perfect opportunity to address it in a way that's fair for both the people who have made friends with everyone in multi-companies, and then the people, obviously, who don't approve of it and would like it gone. So
we could just destroy the companies. Oh no, maybe not.
What? Yeah.
But yeah.
Who knows what's gonna happen? But I know that's been a big concern. But you guys gotta understand, this is the stuff that we do here. Like, we take all the stuff that you guys talk about, we take and we discuss it. You know, most of the discussions start on the design team, which we're a part of as well. So most of the discussion starts there at the very basic level, and it really is just kind of us sitting in a room talking about stuff, discussing what might be good, what are you guys saying, what do we think, how is that going to work out for the vision of the game, and we're starting to hit our stride now, I have to say. You know, I can say it over and over again, man, but you know, we all came into this game fairly recently, except for 1 or 2 people on the team. So it took us a while to get in our place, find out what we wanted to do, how we wanted to do things, and how we were going to incorporate you guys, something that hasn't been done for a very long time. And I know you're just getting used to this. You know, it's like you guys are like foster children and stuff, but you know, now you found your home, you found your daddy Baraka is here, take care of you. I listen, my ears are open, man. We're trying to make you guys understand that we're here for you. Yeah, so now you see we're doing things, man.
What about new quests after level 22? I mean, big quests. Yeah, we should do more quests. Like, people generally like quests overall, so we should just roll out some quests.
I think we should definitely roll out some quests.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw some things. A big increase in the quest for this latest vampire raid. Congrats. Phil. Phil always bringing the heat with those quests. Hope you guys are playing them. If you're on Discord and you got a question, just tag me. I'm sorry to be on my phone while we're on here, but it's just easier for me to be on the phone to get questions from Discord. But yeah, so let's go. What's next for refractions? Actually, that's a question that I'm glad somebody asked, because we do have a bit, not a I don't want to say the ultimate fix for refraction zones, but we have made vast improvements in how that's going to function and the way that the connection issues that people had in there. We're currently in the testing phase of that fix. It's looking good though, I can say. Once that's looking good and we roll that out, then we can start talking about what we're going to do in the future with refractions. But I can say that the refractions are kind of taking a back seat right now as to any new content or anything. Pretty much the whole game, because we're waiting for the server merge finish. But that being said, we have worked on the connection issues that were plaguing that feature, so that should be pretty good. Yeah, but I think that's going to be a really, really good thing. Let me touch on one other thing here before we move forward too, because I know you guys all are super concerned, and it's about bots. I know that we've given you some conflicting, we've said some conflicting things regarding what we're going to do on bots, and I know I promised you news on a big action. As in life, such it goes. It changed. Our plan changed. I can't really talk much more about it. I can just tell you that things are in motion. The thing that we want to do things more on our side. We want to take care of this problem our way. And I really can't say more than that. I can just tell you that work is being done. We don't want them in the game. I'll say it again, like people always say, you guys want the bots in the game, they make you money. No, they don't. Alright, the bots don't make us money. They're not what is making us money. I wish I could show you the actual numbers I have to look at every day. Botters don't make us money, period. But it's also huge, there's legal ramifications to how you get them out. It is a huge thing, a huge backdrop of all this stuff you have to pay attention to when you deal with the problem of people botting in the game. I won't bore you with all those details, but I will say that we are working on it. That's all I can say now. I'm sorry I can't give you more information, but that's the way it goes. Yeah. So let's move on to some other question. Will Scoremageddon come back? Scoremageddon?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, it's a really good event, but it's so easy to abuse. I mean, maybe it would take a lot of development time, that's the thing, to really make the scoring and the ranking system solid. And at the moment, we just don't have that sort of time to spend on a single event. So it's a shame, but no.
So we got some questions here on Discord. Man, look at this, it's the future. I'm on Discord. Are we on this? Not really. It's 2017, but I'm old, so this is impressing me. All right. So from Shape Mafia here on Discord, will you make Venom great again? It's the best looking ship.
Yeah. Shout out to GB2. He's a GB2 player. But
look at how he knows that, nerd.
It's my server, so that's my excuse. But it's like the Vengeance and the Tartarus. Cyborg is quite literally the Venom upgraded. So making the Venom really relevant is really hard because there's literally a direct upgrade to it. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that in a second patch the Venom might get a second ability. Something to sort of take it away and make it its own thing. Because it is a shame to have that ship that's literally just a downgrade of another ship. So yeah, not in this patch, but in another one, I'm sure.
Yeah, so Heitza from Discord is asking me about my announcement that one more change is coming very soon. Something about the drone. Yeah, there is a change coming from the drone. That's still in the works. We haven't decided to not do that. I'll make the announcement as soon as it comes out. The person that was in charge of implementing this change is on vacation right now. So once they get back, then I think we'll have some next week. I believe next week I think he comes back. So then we'll have some more information on that. For now, I can tell you that we've already made adjustments into, how do I say this? You guys are already benefiting from what we're going to change. I can tell you that. I won't tell you how you're benefiting from it. The change hasn't been made. In a way, it has. I don't know. That's very vague, but I can't really say any much more. But that's how it's working. What about the lag on GE1? Yeah, we're working on it, man. It's getting better. I know you've seen the improvements. We're working on it. We got our best tech guys on it. It's going to get better, man. That's all I can say. It's getting better. We've made improvements. We're going to keep on improving. Here's a guy, Cool4 on Discord, asking about codes. Man, you on Discord. The codes come out on Twitch.
Yeah.
Wrong place, homie.
You got to say, though, the Moobot isn't working right now, so the codes are being given out, but it's not been announced.
Yeah,
so,
but people are getting codes, so yeah. That's pretty cool. How about halving the price for instant send in the Skylab when you are in 2-1 base? I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
How expensive is it? I don't even know how much that costs.
It's 1,000 Iridium without, like 1,024 without premium. I mean, you need to make some more Iridium if that's expensive. But the Skylab should be. The Skylab needs a lot of changes. You know.
I can tell you that the man that makes decisions is watching right now. So everybody just stare at him.
Just destroy Skylab. No. Doing it again. Bad Phil.
Where is Psychondric? I don't know, man. If you guys see him, let us know. We're looking for him too. Nah, he's upstairs now. I'm gonna try to bring him in for good time's sake. He still comes and talks to the team. We're all friends here in this company. We see each other all the time. I'm sure he sends you guys his love. He's on to other things right now, but we still feel his influence here sometimes. And I'll try to get him in for a stream. I'm sure he'll stop by. At some point.
Can you guys increase the chances of getting into the Q graveyard? No.
It's not supposed to be easy, man. It's supposed to be a bit of a challenge. I don't know why you got not everybody, but there's this thing when people play video games. I don't understand why you want to play a game if it was super easy. Like Phil?
Well, I come from the age of Space Invaders, so it's just
But I mean, I tortured myself. I played Battletoads when I was a kid, man. I beat Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on NES. That ain't no joke, You have to have some challenge in your life, man.
Yeah, can I just say, I come from the age of Space Invaders. I remember the first Space Invader machine being rolled out in my hometown, and I still own people in Destiny, so it's just so that's fine.
And he's killing me in golf, man. I'm trying to chase him in this golf game on the mobile, man. I can't do it. The dude's too good, but we're trying. Let's see. I'm looking through here. We're seeing what's going on. How to add, or how about? No, I'm not even gonna read that question. Never mind. I went too fast. Okay, OP. Can Spearhead get an HP instead of damage bonus? What's up with that?
I don't know. I quite like the Spearhead being a little portable nuke for the rest of the group to carry around with them. Depends how people really play it. If it turns into more of a solo ship, then more HP would be a good shout. At the moment, I think we'll just run with the current setup it's got in this new patch, see how it goes, and then take it from there, really.
Somebody's asking when you add a button to notify an admin if you're stuck in the UBA.
I bet they would love that.
Yeah, that's actually not the worst idea ever. Yeah, our mods would
3 a.m.
Yeah, our mods would really hate it, but
yeah.
I mean, I think the better solution here would be for us to make it so you don't get stuck in there anymore. We've been working on it, so don't jump down my throat quite yet. Yeah, we want to help you guys with that. And we want you to be able to enjoy the UBA. I know that it's popular with you guys. That's something that we have to work on. We can look at maybe creating some kind of system for that. I don't know how that would look, but maybe, we can try to do something for you guys in that, because I don't like it either. I don't like it when you're stuck in there and you have to send in a CS ticket, customer support ticket, and it takes a couple days to get out. I'm not a fan of that either. I don't think you should have to wait that long. So let me brainstorm a little bit, see what I can do. I don't think we'll be adding a button into the game. The moderators would murder me. But we could maybe do something else. We'll find something. So, and people keep asking me about scrap. I can tell you the giveaway codes here on the Twitch stream. All of them have scrap. So if you get one, you get a little bit of that scrap. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be hard to come by. That's the thing. We can always look at finding other ways to give it to you, but you have to keep valuable resources valuable.
Indeed. Somebody's asking if the pusset's going to be changed.
No, it's like a. Oh, like, no, never mind. No, it's like if the Tartarus is Vengeance 2, the Pusat is like Vengeance 1.1. It's kind of on that scale. All those ships where they're like direct in competition with other ships, they'll be looked at in another patch. That said though, the Pusat is the fastest ship alongside the Spearhead right now, so it has gained a use through the Tartarus nerf.
So there's a question here that is quickly becoming the new JPA question. Will ours ever be in assembly again? Yo, I can't say. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? It's not like we specifically planned for it to be or not to be. What the hell was that?
Shakespeare, I think.
Yeah. Just play it off. You know.
Yeah, I mean it's not a question we can answer because that's not one of those things that we plan out for long term. Like we're never going to do this. I think this was a mistake that some of the teams in the past have made. Is that they kind of really hard nosed about this will never happen again. We will never do this, and we will never do this. I try to stay away from that kind of language and that kind of terminology. Things can change. You know, I can tell you this, JPA is never coming back the way it was. For money, that ain't happening. Is there a possibility it could come back in another form? Yes, who knows?
Yeah, it was a cool event, just not for
money. It was a
money.
really cool event. This guy's in my ear all day telling me how cool of an event it was. I'm like, all right, man.
It would have been cooler if I'd won it, but never mind. Never mind.
You wanted those 20 Gs too. I wanted them too, man, to tell you the truth. But, yeah, it's not coming back like that, but it's something we can look at because the event is cool. I mean, I'll admit too. But, yeah. Why is Phil never on Discord? I don't know. Ask Phil.
Because Phil's working on 5 games at the moment and that makes it all busy.
Yeah, I don't understand. This dude's busy. He's a busy man.
Yeah, I do Seafight and DarkOrbit, and I'm also working on 3 other things which are NDA really at the moment. 2 of them for the Chinese company who own us called Yuzu, and 1 other. So I'd really like to. In previous jobs where I've just worked on 1 product, I've been really active on the forums and things like Discord, but it's real problematic for me here to sort of balance out everything and get everything done. So that's it really.
Yeah, somebody from Discord has asked me a question. Of course he's from USA. His name is Quarter Pounder. Represent.
Jesus, man.
I love America, man. Yeah, basically he's asking, wait, I got caught up there. How about changing the login bonuses? You know what? I think you're going to be very happy next month.
Yes, next month.
Right? October?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you log in October 1st, you'll be very happy.
And then the 2nd, and then the 3rd.
And then the 2nd.
No, all the way up until the nice little surprise at the end.
Yes, which is a really nice little surprise. Which you can see from day 1 as well.
Yeah.
So I can tell you, yeah, we got tired of you guys spoiling the damn calendars, man. I don't know why you do that. Don't you guys want to be surprised, man?
Yeah, why would anyone spoil things?
I don't know. You're the kind of people that open your presents at Christmas, right? Because you want to know what you're gonna get.
No, they sneak around finding the presents. It's just
that's messed up, man. You can't be doing that. Just learn to enjoy the surprises in life, man. It's so much better. But you know, we understood that you guys just can't do that, so we changed it up. There's a new system coming out. You'll see. Just make sure you guys are ready to log in on October 1st to start collecting your awesome prizes. So that's that's pretty cool.
There's a question throwing back to JPA. What about the jackpot euros? We really should remove them from boxes. I agree. We
Yeah,
keep
I
on
agree
forgetting.
too. I think that's one. I think that's one of those things just kind of gets lost in the sauce all the
Yeah.
time. Like we don't think about it because it's not that. Like for us, it's not a big deal. I know it's a big deal for you guys because you see these euros that you can't use. But
Is this another point where we stare intently at the camera?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, yeah, it's one of those annoying things in the game that we would like to get fixed. Yeah, we'll look into it. I'll grab our producer and see what he says because it's super important. We'll see. Yeah, it's something we can look at because I know it is silly collecting those things and you can't do anything with them. So yeah, we can definitely look into that. So we have about 10 minutes left here, so we're gonna start wrapping things up and answering a couple more questions. And so if you guys got it, just go ahead and send us your last couple of questions here. We'll try to answer them. And
Someone asking, can we change 10,000 jackpot into 10 million iridium? Nah,
no,
I don't think so.
We can't do that.
How about into credits? 10 million credits. That sounds good.
When will there finally be more skins for Spearhead and Citadel?
Maybe if they get popular after the patch.
Yeah, maybe if more people are flying those, then maybe we'll have more skins for them. That's also going to be something cool that comes out of this rebalancing, is we're going to see more ships being used. I think a wider spread of ships being used. So when that happens, then we can start, pushing out more designs. I've seen the feedback you guys left on the latest design, the G Champion designs that we put on Facebook, and they were out with the latest Obsidian booty boxes. Feedback was really good, man. Our team was super happy to hear it. I can tell you that our lead artist, he actually went on Facebook. He was grabbing your guys' praise, and he passed it around to his whole team. So you guys made the art team very happy. Yeah, so please keep doing that. If you guys like something, comment. The people here hear it. They hear it and they like it. Everybody loves to hear you're doing a good job and people like what you're doing. You got something bad to say about the game, you can direct it at me. I got thick skin. It's all good. Everything's my fault. You got something good to say, point it out, man. I'll make sure the people hear it. Yeah, Moobot's not working right now. I told you, OP said it earlier, but we are giving out rewards. People are giving. I can see them popping up in here in our private moderator chat. So you guys are getting stuff, just not seeing it. You have to take my word for it, or just ask people that won. Some people in there have won something. Let's see what else. I'm losing my mind here. Can we get Danish design for G Champion? Man, these flag questions, like these flagships, I like them too. I think it's cool. You should be able to represent your country. But man, I don't know if we can do that for like the 10 Danish people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll see.
To be fair, there is a Welsh one and an Icelandic one. Yeah, I'm sticking up for the player. The Danish community have got their back.
Yeah, represent. They come back in a big way. Will there be stat bonuses for Iron Goliath? Back jam. Stat bonuses.
Yeah, I wonder if we can just convert the iron, bronze, silver and gold into G champions, because at the moment they look very, very similar. However, they have no bonus. So yeah, that's a good shout actually. I'll make a note of that.
Make a note. Yeah, that's also something that we've noticed. I mean, we might have gotten a little out of hand when it came to some of these ships, like putting stuff out kind of just for the sake of putting stuff out. That's something that we want to end right now. We want to be deliberate in everything that we put out right now, and this is a start, but I can tell you that everything new coming out from this point, after the server merge, whatever, everything new coming out then is going to be, we'll be very deliberate about it. Will be tested. We'll let you guys test it, give us your feedback. Phil will have a story for it, so we're not just like introducing things willy-nilly, as they say. Yeah, and all that stuff's important. People want to have a good story. People want to have a player on their side that's balancing the game, making sure everything is going well in the game. That's our goal. Yeah, so hopefully we can keep delivering, and I think we're doing good things right now.
Declan, you would just want to tell them where they can find the emerging light stuff.
Yes, it can be found on the English forum under the feedback, game discussion and feedback section. So, just here.
There's people going off about the flags in here now, man. Estonia and Finland. Yo, Estonia, I could hook you up because I remember when you guys won the, I think, didn't y'all win the Eurovision contest one year? I think it was Estonia that won it with that crazy act. I don't know, I'm going to have to look it up. If I find it on YouTube, I'm going to share it on Discord, man. Because I actually like Eurovision, man. It's the cheesiest, stupidest contest ever. If you've never watched Eurovision, watch it. Every country sends an act and, oh man, there's some genius stuff there. You ain't seen entertainment till you seen Eurovision. I'll tell you that. Dark Tuga, can you send me 1 million Uridium? No, but thanks for tuning in. I can send you some props. What up? Yeah, guys. So final questions. We got one or two more questions we can get into. Can we get a Brockett short ship design? Yo, I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I don't know what that would look like.
I need to talk to our art director seriously. But a more interesting question is posters, please.
We're working on some posters. That's the thing. I don't know. We have to work on this poster thing. It's not like we can just print out 10,000 posters and ship them out. But I know you guys really love them. We're looking to making some more and having them as part of giveaways, mailing those to you. It's gonna happen. Don't worry. We have some really cool new ones too. That's one of the things that I was waiting for, is waiting so we can get to some of these really cool new posters and get those out to you guys. So that'll be pretty cool. So yeah, I'm not seeing very many new questions in here, so I think we're going to go ahead and call it a stream. Thank you guys very much for tuning in and bearing with us while we dealt with the sound issues. Maybe we'll try to invest in a better, well, not a better, but actually a cheaper soundboard. We're not going to invest, we're going to divest. Is that a word? We're going to divest into
that sounds like something to do with your shorts, so it's just don't want to know.
When we talking about shorts like a design for a spaceship, I keep thinking, but I don't know, this pops in my head, man. It's like if a dog wore pants, you know that picture they always show? If a dog wore pants,
how would it wear it?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Is it only on the back, or is it a 4-leg pants?
I think if we do a short spaceship design, it should just be really low quality and just a pair of shorts in space. No effort, just shorts.
All right. So one last question here, but we already hit this up, but I just want to get this guy's all wrapped up. So the rank system, that's the same with leaderboards. That's all going to be rolled out at the same time, just so you guys know. Yeah, again, thank you guys very much for joining us. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We'll do our best to make sure it doesn't happen again. It might happen again. It's a bit of a tradition around here, so who knows? It could be that we do this stuff on purpose. I don't know. We don't, but could be. Anyway, guys, last words?
Goodbye.
Yeah, bye.
All right, everybody. Have a super happy day, super happy week, happy gaming, enjoy. Get out there on Pirate Raid, kill those pirates, and get ready for Domainer coming your way. That's it.
Yep.
Bye.